Okay, so today we're talking about something that applies to all living things, but sometimes the older we get, the harder it can be for us to see and participate. It's growth. To be able to grow, whether it's personal or professional growth, we have to go through a couple of stages, a couple of mindset reframings in order to allow us to get to that place where we're ready to change, to adapt, to become whatever it is that we're wanting to do next. In my book, Finding Your Path, and don't worry, I'll link to it in the notes, but in the book, I define growth as the phase where we put the change into action. When we have all the pieces, we've asked the questions, we've had an open mind, we've been receptive to the answers, and we've learned the lessons. Only then can we figure out how what we've uncovered fits, blocks, or doesn't impact what we want to become. Now, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. We don't always need to be growing. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes we want to stay exactly where we are. We want to learn in the phase or place that we're at. We want to continue to do what we're doing. We're not always sprinting or trying to get to the next level, if you will. But when we are ready, growth is what allows us to take that step forward on our path. It's just like if you've ever planted anything, right? There's a specific time of year where you're supposed to plant the seed, but then it'll stay dormant a lot of times throughout the winter months, waiting until the spring. And then in the spring, everything is ready. The weather, the temperature, the precipitation, the sunlight. And next thing you know, that little seed that you planted is shooting up from the ground and it grows so quickly. We're kind of the same way. We're not always growing. Sometimes we're staying, sometimes we're waiting, sometimes we're doing what we're doing. Sometimes we're just learning exactly where we're at, just getting better at what we're doing. But we grow much the same way as plants over time with a specific purpose in mind. And it's no coincidence that just like that plant waiting out the winter, much of our growth happens after some of our greatest challenges or hardships. That is, if we let it, if we embrace that opportunity to learn and grow. The other time we see growth is out of boredom or stagnation, feeling like we've learned everything where we are in what we're doing, and you'll hear people say, it's time to push out of your comfort zone. Basically, that's just a different way of saying it's time to grow. But we often hesitate because it can be uncomfortable. But if you don't like where you're at, aka what your comfort zone currently is, then you want to change it, uncomfortable or not. Let me put that differently. If you knew something better, brighter, more fulfilling was waiting on the other side of that discomfort, it would be worth it, wouldn't it? Being challenged or uncomfortable is where most of our growth happens. So the next time you're hesitating because it feels hard or uncomfortable, let's reframe our thought to see the growth, the opportunities on the other side, and know that going through the discomfort is temporary while we're readying ourselves for what's next. All right, that's all I have for today. Until next time, keep designing your happiness. Hey there, friend. I believe that in life and in business, your mindset is the most likely thing to hold you back. So, we're going to be here every week working it out so you can move closer to that life you've only been dreaming about until now. I'll see you back here for our next episode. And if you're loving what you're hearing, please take a minute to leave a review. All right, I'll see you next time.